If you press the brakes, you get power. If you're off the brakes, you have no power.
It wasn't like that before, so there's no fucking way that works. The blinker worked before.
I've seen it work, yeah.
Because they'd leave it on all night, remember?
Yeah.
And no one was sitting in the truck with the
Put on
break it 12 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
The shitty thing is with these big trucks, you can't find schematics on anything anyways.
I know, this thing's ancient. It's like ancient. This truck right here, I drove it all over this morning.
Nothing.
Well, what he told me is happening doesn't sound realistic. It'd be like driving kind of slow, you know?
Yeah.
And he'd feel like it would upshift to like maximum gear, and then it would bog down and die, which makes no sense about it shifting up. Maybe it is bogging down and dying, but I don't think it's shifting all the way.
Right.
And then he said he turns it off, cranks it back up, usually goes fine. But then he said the past 2 times he's turned it off and cranked it back up, he turns it off, and then it's just cranking over by itself, which I've seen them do that before. But you know, that's like bad fuse box, bad ECM, because you remember that one relay was getting hot, so it's possible it could have melted the fuse box somewhere. Like I drove it to Nebo and back twice on the old number 10, like going slow the way he said it's messing up. It didn't mess up for me.
It almost does kind of sound like ECM if it is.
Yeah, but I would think if it's losing power like that, it would set some kind of like low voltage codes or something like that. I'd be more concerned about the front left wheel. It feels like it's going to fall off. You can feel the bearing just wobbling.
Did we ever get a lug nut on one of those wheels? One of them was missing.
A lug stud's missing a whole lug stud.
Oh, it is?
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
Let's get that on there when we can.
I'll see what I can do. They might have to.
What were those mud flaps? How much did those cost?
Like 35 bucks a piece.
Let's get some more.
No, they're like 35 bucks for both of them.
That's what they were. For sure, that's worth it. Alright, I'll be back. Intro broken. Broken? Yeah, that's crazy. We got 2 more, but we got shot. Give that one back. The step up to the house can't be more than 7 inches, you know. So we need to fill in some there. This water's running back toward the house, so we need to turn it out this way. You know, this needs to be balanced a little bit better. That footing covered. And then gravel from here up around to the front. That's it. We were doing mulch and stuff, but the landscaper's gonna do all that.
We're gonna get there here.
Oh man, I was
I mean, I'll haul it from the shop, but it's gonna take a while.
you can't come up any higher than that vent.
Yeah.
So you're probably just gonna have to do a V where that vent's at.
Yep.
That really can't be dirt there though, because
Messy.
yeah.
Fill it up with stone when we bring stone in.
Or you can start scratching from there down. That way there you can cap all this with good clean stone. I thought about pulling some dirt off of that right there, because it does need to run out from the driveway, you know what I mean? And it's got a little hump there, but that may develop more work. But he does have someone coming to seed and straw. You just have to take it one freaking scoop at a time down there. It'd take forever.
Yeah.
Let me make some phone calls so I can get some material here. You guys just hang tight for a second. Okay. He'll need you to hand rake that against the building. This place has been open for 75 years. And it's so crazy to go in somewhere like that who produces and sells so much product and see, like, the place literally looks like 75 years ago they built that little office and haven't done anything ever since. As soon as you walk in, there's a time clock. All the guys in the plants and the dump truck drivers still just punch a time clock. Everything's just all wood paneling. They do all their precast concrete here still, and this metal pipe up here, they got into making it. So they make the concrete pipe, metal pipe, and they buy all this plastic pipe. And it's just like 75 years ago they started the business and haven't changed anything ever since. And it's still working. I mean, this is by far the largest plant distributor anywhere in our region. That's why we fucking drive an hour here, you know? And they're still running it like a business that was run 75 years ago.
It flashed on the left side, they won't flash on the right side. Which I had them flash on the right side earlier when I first wired it before I put it all back together. I swear, before I had it all put together, I had all the wires laid out and a bunch of test wires ran around, and I was holding it in my hand and working both sides of it. And I put it all together and now that side don't work. What's the point of these chains?
This is all fucked up because one day it got stuck and I had to hammer it out of there. But this needs to be taken off. We really need to extend this back to this, but you put it in here, you set it.
If you're trying to pour something, spread it.
Here, and the tailgate will only open so far, so it allows so much to come out at one time. So these are for that, both sides, and then this one we just used to take the bed on and off, so it needs to be.
Okay.
We can weld this like this, or we can reconnect it.
Yeah, I don't know if, maybe if we could find one a little bit bigger than that, I don't know if I'd quite trust.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't even know who did that. Alright, I gotta go.
Get a 6x6. I think there might be one, that wooden pole. And if you put it under that last bit, it will help arch it back the other way. That looks pretty straight to me.
Straighter than it was, yeah.
Cody, what trailer are you using?
It's a kill day.
Well, its brakes weren't behind that truck. John told me to tell you it's up to you though. What are you doing?
I guess I'm going with him.
Why are you being lazy?
Yeah.
Why you need Jose? Motherfucker.